Good morning, students. Today we will start with the programs that is related with the Python dictionary. In the previous lecture, we already learned that what is dictionary, how to declare the dictionary, but today we will learn in the depth that how to access the elements of the data dictionary. Now, what is the data dictionary? First of all, do the revisions. The data dictionary that contains the pair of the key and the values. That means every key that is having a value. Suppose the dictionary, I am giving the name human. So human has eyes. So these are the eyes. What is the value? Like brown, black, okay, skin, so color, fair. Okay, so what is the dictionary? Dictionary means we can say that we are combining the key and every key that is having a value. How to declare the dictionary? The dictionary that is created by the curly braces and it is separated by the commas. Okay, now first functions, if I want to print in the dictionary, how to print the directories? So if we want to print the directories, so that to print the directories we are giving the dictionary name into the print command. So print and the dictionary name. Okay, so print in bracket I am giving the dictionary name. So whatever is the element that is available into the dictionary, that is printing. Next options, if we want to print the dictionary name by using the for loops, that means printing with the key values, then how can we do it? So we are traversing into the dictionary, that is starting from the first to the last elements, so that for key in dictionary name, so whatever is the dictionary that I am creating, that value is first through the indexing, first key value that is given into the key. After that, one by one every key that is come into the print functions. Next, if we want to print only the values, okay, in the above functions you have to print only the keys, but if we want to print the values of the dictionary, what we are using? We are using the dictionary name dot values. Dot is the functions that is retrieving only the values of the keys, not the key. Suppose pocket equal to 12. So pocket is a key, 12 is a value. So only values if I want to print it, then we can do it by using the values. So the first value that come into the variable value, and whatever is the value that you are giving here, that we can print it by using it. Second, if I want to print the key value pairs, okay, I also want to print the key, I also want to print the values. That means pocket 12. If I want to print it, how can we do it? We can do it by using the dictionary name dot items. Suppose pocket comma 12. So the key that is come into the key variables and dot value that is having the values that is come into the dictionary, so that we can print it by using the print key value. Now here is the, we are go with the one program, so you can easily understand that how to print the values of the dictionary. So this is the program that create the dictionary with the integer keys. Here you can see that how to create the dictionary dict a equal to, so a is the variable that is the dictionary name. Into the brackets, what I am giving? First of all, I am giving the key and another I am giving the values. So first is key. What is the value of first? That is India. 2 into the brackets USA. So what is the value? USA is the value. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the keys. India, USA, UK and Canada. These are the values. Now if I want to print all the contents of the dictionary, what I am giving here? Print and dict underscore a. So here you can see that the values of all the variables with the key and the values that will be printed here. Now if I want to print only the key values, above you can see that for x in dict underscore a, only the keys that will be come. So here you can see that 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now next I want to printing the values only. Then a dict underscore a dot values. So whatever is the values that I'm giving, that will be come here by using the India, USA, UK, Canada. Next, if I want to give the keys and the values both, here you can see that X for the keys, Y for the values. So dict underscore a items. Okay, so here the key and the values both of will be come. Next, programs, how to access the elements by using the key name. Okay, if I want to access the key elements but by using the key values that is given here, how can we do it? Here you can see that here I am declaring the one dictionary, that is the record. This dictionary that is having the 4 elements, that is having the 3 elements, ID, name and age. ID is the key, 101 is the value. Same way, name Ankit Kumar, Amit Kumar, that is the values, age is 21. Now if I want to print the elements but not by using the functions, okay, we are using it by the key values. How can we give it? What we have to write down into the print functions, record, that is my dictionary name, and in the brackets I am giving the values. So records and in bracket it would be ID. So that what is the item that will be print? That is 101. Same way name. So then that is Amit Kumar. Age, then that is the 21. Next, access the elements by using the get method. We can also print by the get methods. Into the brackets we can also give the key values. The same thing we can do it by using the get method. So the get method is a method that can be used to access an items from the dictionary. So what is the syntax for that? Dictionary underscore name dot get, and into the brackets I am giving the key. So suppose here I am creating the one directory that is record, that is having 3 values, 101 Amit Kumar and the 21. So if I want to print it by getting the value of the keys, so for that we are using the functions get. So how to write down that? Into the print data dictionary name, that is record dot get ID, that means it is getting the value of the key that is having ID. Same way we are retrieving the name, and same way we are retrieving the age. So 101 Amit Kumar and the 21. Next, how to access the elements by using the key name. We can access the values of the dictionary by passing the key name inside the square brackets that we are giving. So dictionary underscore name, and into the brackets I am giving the key values. So how to access the elements? The same thing, same dictionary is given here. If we want to access it, we can give it by dictionary name into the square brackets, and into the single quotes I am giving the ID values. Next, how to access the elements by using the get method. The same way we can get it, record dot get, and into the brackets we are giving the key values. Now all of you know that we are doing the different operations in a dictionary, that we can add the elements, we can remove the elements, we can also searching the elements and updating the elements. So today what we will learn, that how to add the elements to the dictionary into the Pythons. Okay, so first of all here I am creating one dictionary, but initially the dictionary is null. So what I am doing here, record equal to square brackets. So here I am declaring the dictionary, but that is null dictionary. Now I want to print that. Print the dictionary is initially the dictionary is null. So here you can see that in the output this is the null dictionary. Now how to adding the one elements at a time. Record 0, 1, 2, 3. That means here I am assigning the keys 0, 1, 2 and 3. And I am also giving the values of that Amit, Kumar, 21 and Delhi. So we can also know that this is like just as the row. Amit is the first name, Kumar is the second name, 21 is my age and the city, it is Delhi. So if we want to print that record, how can we do it? Print and brackets I am giving the record. So every item that is printed with the key and the values. Now if I want to add the multiple values into the keys, okay, we can also do it. So the one dictionary that is having a one key and that key has more than one values, okay, how can we do that into the dictionary? So here you can see that I'm adding the another record, that is record, into the brackets I'm giving key values. So here I'm adding the fourth key, that is having a key is marks. 4 marks is given here, 69, 70 and 58. Now if I want to add that records, nothing that I am giving, I am just assigning the keys and the values to the dictionary. Now here you can see that print record. So first of all it will printing only the 0, Amit, 2, 21 and 30. Now we are doing the addition into that dictionary. So here you can see that the keys marks and 3 values 69, 70 and 58 will be added. Now if I want to update the records, how can we do it? We can do it by using the key values. Here I want to update the existing keys values like a record, and into the brackets I am giving the key values. So the key values 2, that is having a 21 values, but if I want to update it, it's 2 equal to 23. Nothing I am doing, I am just assigning the values. How to do it? A record into the bracket 2 equal to 23. So here I am updating the dictionaries. Next, if I want to adding the nested key values, okay, so how can we do it? We can do it by just assigning the keys and the values. Now here I am assigning the fourth key, okay, like record into the bracket. Here you can see that 0, 1, 2 and 3 is already there. In that I am adding the marks. Suppose if I want to add 1, 2, 3 and that I want to add the fourth, then how can we do it? So 4 is my key. In that I am adding the nested key values. How can we do it? Brackets into the brackets. So nested, name equal to Shivang and age is equal to 24. So here I am doing the nested key values. How can we print it? Print in the record. So here you can see into the items that fourth nested, name equal to Shivang, age, that will be added. Next. So these are the ways in which we can add the elements to the dictionary into the Python. Here are the some of the ways through which we have to remove the elements from the dictionaries. Now using the delete functions, pop items and the clear, we are removing the elements into the dictionary. First functions that today we will see. Remove the elements from the dictionary by using the del keywords. Okay, so what is that? By using the del keywords we can delete an item from the dictionary and we can also remove the whole dictionary also. Now in the program we can see that how to do it, but before that we will learn the what is the syntax for that. So what is the syntax to delete an item from the dictionary? Del After that I am giving the directory name. If I want to delete the particular key, then how can we do it? We can do it by using the key name. Now if I want to delete the whole directory, I am not giving the key name, but if I want to delete all the keys from the directories, how can we do it? We can do it simply by del and then directory name. So here in the programs you can see that the program to remove all the elements from the dictionary by using the del keywords. Here the same dictionary I am using ID, name and the age. If I want to delete the whole directories, okay, how can we do it? Simply what we are giving the commands del and then directory name. But suppose if I want to remove the particular elements, I want to remove only ID and age. So here you can see that in the output, first of all the whole directory is printed. Now I want to remove ID and age. So what will be remaining? The remaining is the name. So the name Amit Kumar. Okay, that is only remaining. And record ID and age is removing only the Amit Kumar is remaining element that is available into the dictionary. Okay, so if we want to delete the whole dictionaries, what we are giving here, you can see that nothing is the given del and record. So the whole directory is removed. Here you can see that first of all we are declaring the directory, print the contents. By using the del and the records, we are removing all the elements from the dictionary. Second, how to remove the elements from the dictionary by using the pop method. Pop is the method through which we are deleting the specific elements into the dictionaries. Okay, so here you can see that in the program, what is that? This is the dictionary. Here I am printing the records of the dictionaries. If I want to pop the elements that is having a key value ID, then how can we give it? Record dot pop and into the brackets I am giving the key values. Okay. If I want to remove the age, how can we do it? We can do it by using the record dot pop. Okay, so record dot pop and into the brackets age. Okay, I am removing that elements. Here you can see in the output the first directory is having 3 values. Here I am deleting age. Okay, I am also deleting the ID. So ID and age both are the removing, only name variable is available. Next, how to remove the elements by using the pop items. Okay, so the pop item is a method that is used to remove and that returns an arbitrary elements that is having the particular data items. So how can we do it? By using the dot pop item. Here you can see that the same variable that I am having. Okay, so that is start with the ID, name and the age. Okay, suppose if I want to give the record dot pop items, so what it will do? It will remove the particular elements that is having starting from the first. So first I am giving the record dot pop item. So what it will remove? It will remove the items that is having ID values. Next time if I am giving record dot pop items, so first time it will starting with the first index. So first it will remove ID. Okay, second time what it will be remove? It will remove the age. So only the name is remaining. Now if we remove the all the elements from the dictionaries, then what I will be do? We can use the clear methods and we can also use the delete keywords. Then what is the difference between the delete and the remove clear methods? Delete keywords that delete the dictionaries, means the structure of the dictionary. But what is the clear method? Clear method removes the elements only. It is not removing the structures. Okay. So by using the clear method, we can remove the elements and the keys, but we are not removing the structures. So how to do it? Here you can see that I am creating the dictionary. If I want to remove all the contents from the dictionary, how can we do it? Record.clear. That means dictionary.clear is the method through which we can do it. Okay. Next, how to do the update operations into the dictionary. Okay. So we can change the elements of the dictionary by many ways. Okay. By using the simple ways, we can also change the directory names, and we can also do the same thing but by using the update methods. So first of all, we will learn the simple ways through which we are changing the dictionary names. But what is that simple ways? Simple way is nothing but, first of all, we are finding out the elements from the dictionary by the key, and we are assigning the new values. Okay. So here in the programs, you can see that dictionary that is having three values: ID, name and the age. If we want to change the name, here you can see that name is equal to Amit. But if I want to give name is equal to Shivang Yadav and age is equal to 23, how can we give it? We can give it by the keys values and assigning the new values. Here I am giving name is equal to Shivang and dictionary underscore A, age is equal to 33. So instead of Amit, Shivang Yadav is overwrite, and instead of 21, 23 is overwriting. Now here you can see that first the content is Amit 10121. Here I am changing it. How can we do it? By assigning the new values. What is the another method that I am using? By using the update method. By using the update method, we can also change the values of the dictionary. So what is the syntax for that? Dictionary underscore name, that is the name of the dictionary. Dot update is the method. And whatever is the key and the value that I want to change, that I am giving here. Okay. So here you can see that dictionary that I am creating, the same dictionary I am creating, ID, name and the age. I am printing the elements of the dictionary by print dict underscore A. If I want to update the values, nothing that I am giving, dictionary name dot update, and in the brackets I am giving the combination of the key and the values. So it will be automatically find out the key and assigning the new values. So same way what I will be do, I will be change into the name and the age. How to print that? Simple, by using the print commands we can show that whatever is the changes that is made into the directories. Okay. Last topics, how to print the values of the dictionary. Now all of you know that the dictionary that contains the key and the values, so we can print it by using the loop. We can also print it by using the value method, and we can also print it by using the items method. Okay. So these are the ways through which we can print the dictionary values. Now first we will see through the loop we are printing the key values. So what is the syntax for that? For is the loop, In that I'm giving the indexing variable. We can give I, key, anything that I want to give. And into the in I'm giving simply the dictionary names. And whatever is the indexing variable, that is I'm giving into the for loop. So all the elements of the dictionary will be print here. Here you can see that the elements of the dictionary can be also print directly. But if I want to print it by using the for loop, how can we give it? Dictionary name, that is giving into the for loop, and here we are giving the indexing variable, that is x. So here you can see that the only key values will be print here. If I want to give the values, simply in the for loop I am giving dictionary underscore a dot values. So the values is printing. But if I want to print both key and the values, how can we do it? Here you can see that in the for loop I am giving a dot items. So generally we are using the items method through which we are giving the values also with the key. So what we will learn in the today lecture, how to declare dictionary, what are the different CRUD operations, create, read, update and delete operations in the methods. Okay, what are the different inbuilt methods, items, get, update. These are the methods through which we are doing the update operations into the dictionary. So go through with the topic, go through with the material that is given. If you are having any query, you can raise your hands. Okay, you can also call me and you can also give your queries in the Google Classroom. Okay, take care.